Hi, good evening. Sorry for the delay as we had some technical issues. Now I'll start with Nifty, Bank Nifty and Nifty IT view, and post that we'll take your queries. Let me start. Nifty is currently trading in a trading range from 12,100 to 12,280 levels and is around its lifetime high levels. It has formed a dodgy candlestick pattern on expiry to expiry basis, and now ahead of the quarterly results, traders are required to remain cautious as we might witness profit booking towards 11,920 and then 11,800 levels, which is around 23.6% retracement levels of the entire up leg from 10,650 to 12,300 levels. Thus, almost a fall of around 200 to 300 points from the current levels. As long as Nifty is not out of the tug of war zone and a breakout from its stiff resistance of recent lifetime high of 12,293 is not achieved, the index might witness some profit booking. As anticipated, index reached a target of 12,300 levels, and now taking a little cautious step won't harm anyone. As we all know, precaution is better than cure. The 50 stock index has already broken the rising support trend line on daily chart after breaking its recent pattern of making higher highs, higher lows. The immediate target for Nifty on short-term basis is 11,920 and post that 11,800. While on the upside, it has to move about 12,300 levels to witness some bullish trend. So this was our view on Nifty. Now our view on Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty has been overpowered by bears in last 1 week and also negated the pattern of making higher highs. It has reached the upper band of the resistance and now possibility of continuation in profit booking decline cannot be ruled out towards 31,800 levels. While on the upside resistance is around 32,500, while immediate target is around 31,800 and then 31,500. Next major sector that looks attractive even at current levels is Nifty IT, which may act as a safe haven. Indian IT stock index has been just a witness of monstrous rally in Nifty and various other sectors in last 5 weeks. It has taken support at its 100 moving average and also moved above its upper band of the trading channel. It has been making higher top and higher bottom formations since last 5 sessions and is now all set to continue the buying on the back of buying interest in index heavyweight, that is Infosys, HCL Tech, TechM, TCS, etc. Nifty, as anticipated, has reached our target of 12,300, which is the immediate resistance. Thus, traders are required to remain cautious ahead of the quarterly result season. And now, looking at the current market scenario, IT stocks are the safe haven for the traders, which looks positive to move towards 16,250 and then 16,500. While on the downside, support is around 14,800 and then 14,500 levels. Trading based on emotion is the main reason why so many people are buying at the tops and selling at the market bottoms. This emotional investing is often an exercise in bad market timing. Traders are required to remain cautious and avoid taking panic decisions, thus maintaining a caution on their emotion. This was our view on Nifty, Bank Nifty, and IT stock. Now, Jay sir will answer your queries. Jay sir will answer your queries and wish you a Merry Christmas with stocks for 2020. That will be the secret Santa gift from us.
Very good evening to all of you. Wish you all a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year in advance from my side and on behalf of entire Anand Rathi group. As Ayushi just mentioned that at the end there will be a secret Santa gift from all of us. That is in terms of stock recommendations to you, and definitely those stocks will gain next calendar year, and you will earn good amount of profit. That is what our intention is. Our intention has always been to help you out to maintain your open positions, to provide you recommendation on your open positions, and also to provide the new stock recommendations. That's the basic idea of this FB Live. So thank you all for also joining the FB Live and sending your queries. That's we are quite overwhelmed, I would say, the kind of response we have been receiving on FB Live, and I would wish that you keep supporting us, keep coming out with your queries, and we would be supporting you in return as well by providing you that kind of recommendations on all those queries which you have. The solution, as you know, we have been saying that this is a one-stop solution, so we would stick to that, right? So now I would start with the queries which we have already received, friends. The first one was from Mr. Jatin Jain from Nagpur, who had purchased two lots of Mahindra and Mahindra futures. I would say that what one can do is one can do a cover call strategy to reduce the losses, right, on every expiry or every series. I would rather say whenever you're doing this kind of buying or selling in futures segment, it is always better that whenever there is less of volatility in markets, less of momentum in market, you do this cover call strategy. Right now, M&M futures has a support at 520 and thereafter 505. Till these levels on the lower side are held, the probability of this stock inching towards 560 is high. So what one can do is one can sell 580, 600 call option of Jan in order to have this cover call strategy. The next question is from Mr. Vinod, Ahmedabad. Coal India view for 6 months is what his query is. I would say the CMP is 196, support is at 185, resistance is 210 to 220, and the bias I would say is positive. So you can continue to hold on to Coal India, and I would say the kind of move we have been witnessing in PSU stocks, I think the probability of this stock also inching towards 210 to 220 is high. Third query from Mr. Darpan, Palgar, and the same query, there's the same query, it's on M&M, right? So I would say that yes, our response is same. 560 is the resistance, 520 to 505 is the support zone. Next query is from Mr. Manish Singh, or I would say rather our very own Mr. Manish Singh, the business partner, I would say. Yes, from Bangalore, and he would like to have an idea on idea. And I would like to say, Mr. Manish, well, it's a very bad idea to have idea in your portfolio. I would say it's better to have good momentum stocks from the same sector. That is telecom. Either you have Reliance Industries, which is a mixed, I would say it's a mixed pocket, a mixed bag stock. Else you have, or you can double on Bharti. Bharti is likely to inch towards the levels of 520 on the upside. Bharti has been consolidating since a decade or more, and we have been seeing that this stock generally is consolidating between maybe around say 350, 300 on the low side to say 520 on the upside. The kind of momentum with this stock has gained since past couple of months. The probability of it inching towards 520 is high, and if it takes off those levels of 520, I think it would be a multi-year or I would say a decade-long breakout. So Bharti is better, I would say, Manish. The next question is from Mr. Suresh, Bangalore. Has purchased couple of stocks, and has couple of stocks in his portfolio. It's a huge list, I would say. So would not like to reply to all. I would not be able to, in fact, Suresh, to cover all the stocks which you have in your portfolio. But those stocks which you have shared with us, the list which you have shared with us, the best stocks are Avanti Feeds, Rain, Alembic, and IDFC. These are the four stocks which are good. You keep on holding these stocks in your portfolio. Poor are IB Venture, IB Real Estate, Ruchi Soya, and IOC. Avoid Waterbase, HEG, and Yes Bank. Right. The next query, I would now move on to the next query after giving these recommendations, is from Mr. Amar Patil, Mumbai. What about M&M 500 put? I've already addressed this query and I've given the levels, so you can trade accordingly in M&M put. I would rather say that you can sell that. Abhinav Kumar from Bangalore would like to have some view on Marico, for a month or so, whether it is good for long term or something like that. But I would say yes, this stock is good for the long term. The near term resistance is at 350 and support is at 320. Near term outlook is positive, the long term outlook is also positive. Next question from Mr. Ravi Kankyal from Mumbai. Option trading. That's the only question from you, Mr. Ravi. Option trading, yeah. So we do have such product of option trading uh, as a part of our research portfolio. You can definitely open an account with Anand Rathi, get all our recommendations on options, maybe on stock options or maybe index options. We have, I would like to say something, more in detail about this option trading because we have been getting these questions on Twitter, on Facebook page of our, as well as now we have been getting for FB Live as well. That option trading portfolio or the product which we have, you should have a AUM from 2.5 to 3 lakhs in order to trade on all our recommendations, wherein you get almost like 60 to 70% gross profit and around net profit of 20-25%. I would say that's the minimum side I'm saying. On the higher side, we also gain gross profit of 100 to 110%, and gross profit of around net profit of around 40 to 50%. So this is one of the very good product of ours from our technical and derivative research desk. Do open an account with Anand Rathi and get access to all the recommendations on the options. Next question or query which we have is from Mr. Pankaj Jaipur. Is it the correct time to invest? That depends on the investment term which you're looking out for. So there is no mention for that. So I would say investment for 1 year, is it the right time? I would say wait. Investment for 5 years, is it the right time? Or 5 to 10 years, always is a good time. I would not say that investment would ever take more, or if anyone having a horizon of 5 to 10 years should in fact wait to time that kind of a market. Yes, sometimes you should wait if your outlook is for so long a bear market, but that's not the case. India is in its wave 3 up, so you continue to invest in good quality stocks. Next query from Mr. Darshan Mumbai. Sir, can you please share your idea on Piramal Enterprises? And yes, definitely the major support is at 1600 and the resistance is 1730. That's the range for Piramal, 1600 to 1730. If 1600 breaks, you should exit from Piramal, else expect a bounce till 1730. And if those levels get taken off, then of course you can see a move till 1820, 1830 as well. Man Singh from Mumbai. Stop loss. What's your question? Stop loss. Mansing, I think you have your or some of your recommendations or some of your positions have hit stop loss, I guess. So in order to make good returns, I would again like to reiterate that open an account with Anand Rathi, get access to all our trading ideas, wherein the stop loss hit will be less and profit book will be more. Right, Mansing. Next query is from Mr. Amarnath Kanjilal. We have no opportunity to learn or gather experience in technical analysis. Amarnath, I would say that yes, we do not provide, I would say, any training on technical analysis. I would say, unfortunately, we do not have such training product on our Anand Rathi platform. But definitely, suggestions are taken and taken positively. Would like to come out with such training modules as well, as people would definitely like to learn technicals and derivatives on their own and trade as well. So we would work on that for sure, and hopefully we come out with this kind of a product wherein we can train on technicals and derivatives. And once we are out with such kind of a product, in case in future, Amarnath, then we will update as well on our website and through all the social media channels, right? From Mr. Parveen Patial from Chandigarh, Bank Nifty 31,000 put options. What to do? 31,000 put away is quite far from current levels. I would say it's still hovering around 32,000 levels. But then I would say yes, if you want to buy it from Jan monthly series, not the weekly series, in a week I'm not expecting 31,000 as of now. But for the monthly series, there is a possibility as Bank Nifty, if continues to close below 32,000 for two consecutive trading sessions, then 31,000 might be on cards at least for the Jan series. But if that is not happening, then I think you should exit to 32,300 on the upside. If those levels get taken off, exit from put, else you can continue holding it. Deepak Kumar Gupta from Sri Ganganagar wants to be SIP for 3 years. Please recommend shares. Definitely, Deepak. As Ayushi mentioned that we would be giving those Secret Santa gifts to you at the end in terms of stock recommendations. So continue watching FB Live currently. Stay tuned so that you get those recommendations at the end, right? Kamal Kumar Jain from Jaipur, PNB Bank and Yes Bank query. Yes Bank, no one is sure about Yes Bank. I don't even think the management is sure about it, right? So I would like to say that avoid Yes Bank, right? Get into some better quality banks till you get a clarity on Yes Bank. Who's clear in Yes Bank? I don't know. So I think that avoid Yes Bank as of now. PNB has a resistance at 66, support at 58. So till the support level is held, you can hold on for a target of 66 on the upside. That's the short-term view. But overall, PNB, if you ask me, that's much more clearer than Yes Bank as of now. I would say for the long term. Shankar God M Patil from Kala or maybe Bangalore. In portfolio, add book value of the concerned stock. Um, yes, you can add book value. That's not a problem. That's your wish. If that's a suggestion from your side, then I would say this is a technical and derivative session FP Live. Yogesh Agarwal, Mumbai, BRFL, Vodafone, Power Grid. Okay, so I would say BRFL is at 4, Idea is at 4. These are total 4 rupees stocks. Stop, identifying these kind of hidden gems because gems is better than hidden gems like this. I would say, Yogesh. So you better have those gems than these hidden gems. Power Grid has a support at 170 and resistance at 210. Now this is a quality stock wherein you can we can mention some levels and do some provide you some solution as well. So yes, Power Grid is a nice stock. The chart formation here is that the stock has reversed from the lower end of the falling channel. It has a resistance at 210. It can hinge towards that, and support is at 170. Till those levels are held, the probability of the same is high. Next question is from Karnal. On Aurobindo Pharma has a support at 400, resistance at 510, has been forming high tops, high bottom on the daily charts till 445 on the very near term is held. 510 is quite likely. Next query from Renukeshwar, Bangalore, has a few shares on VMart, right, and would like to know what to do. Well, I would say that VMAT as of now looks weak. Support is at 1450 and thereafter 1300 and resistance is at 1700. You can exit from VMAT right now and get you can add a future retail maybe at current levels because future retail is likely to jump by around 30-40% from current levels. So future retail is looking better than VMAT, I would say. Rahul Ved, Ramganj Mandi, view on Tata Power. Support at 51, resistance at 60 on Tata Power is likely to at least get some bounce from current levels is what we're expecting. Sangeeta from Nagpur, GICRE, I would say GICRE, compared to the other insurance-based stocks, maybe on the general insurance front or the life insurance, maybe HDFC Life, SBI Life, ICICI Lombard. These all stocks are really doing good. GICRE has not given those kind of returns yet. In longer term, it would do so, is what we are hopeful, and I think it is possible. But in the short term, it is looking weak. Support is at 200, resistance at 250. Sanjay Korat, Surat, give me a long term good stock. I think that's your query, and that's definitely Sanjay will be giving that. Stay tuned. Ravindra Khare from Katni. Best 3 mid-cap and small cap stocks. Definitely Ravindra, we will share at the end. Sanjay Jadhav from Surat. Had a query on escort call option, but then today was the expiry, so that has already gone. But however, I'll provide you with the escort support and resistance levels, right? So support of escorts is at 590, resistance at 660. The probability of it going up is high, and ONGC has a support at 122, resistance at 128. Already taken off the resistance of 128 in today's trading session. The final hour of today's trading session is likely to inch towards 132 to 134 in the near term. Hiral Patel from Modasa, holding 2 lots of Bajaj Auto. I think Bajaj Auto has been performing quite well and has been one of the best performers as far as two-wheeler stocks are concerned. Look at TVS or look at Hero. Bajaj is trading almost at its lifetime high or near to that. So positive support at 3150, resistance at 3300, quite likely to go up. Dharmesh Khandelwal from Indore, Nifty target 12,350, 12,400, and in detail Ayushi has already explained it to you, right? Nitin Singh Sangvi from Dharmangao, Karnataka Bank outlook, consolidation is happening in Karnataka Bank, Nitin, and we have a support, we are seeing support on it at 68 and resistance at 77, likely to at least bounce back from current market price. But if 31,800 on Bank Nifty is broken, exit from Karnataka Bank, because it's going to move in tandem with Bank Nifty as well, right? So keep that in mind. Always look at the index and trade as well. Sometimes we do get a stock specific movement when the index is consolidating, but when the index itself takes or gets into a momentum or gets into a trend, thereafter do not fight against on your view. I would say rather being bullish on the stock when the index is bearish, or vice versa. Vivek Kumar Gupta from Faridabad wants some long-term ideas, which we'll be definitely sharing, Mr. Vivek Kumar, at the end. Uh, then we have a query from Mahantesh Swadimat from Bangalore. Gati stock query. Overall trend for Gati is positive, I would say. Support is at 50, resistance at 61.50. For the medium to long term, Gati is good. The short term view is down. Okay, so it can bounce back towards 61.50. Long term view for Gati is positive. Short term view is, it's in a downtrend, can bounce back. Srinath, Hyderabad, view on rail industries already addressed, but still I would again say it, short to medium term 122 to 127 is quite likely. UV Prasad, Chamarganj or Chamar Nagar, something. I'm sorry, I'm not able to correctly pronounce the place, but then provide Nifty and Bank Nifty calls daily 2 times. Well, this query we have been getting, UV Prasad, and we have been working on it. In fact, we have been providing this kind of recommendations. If you have an account, you definitely would be knowing that we have been providing this kind of. But then, see, it also depends on the volatility of market. If there is no volatility, unnecessarily we cannot provide calls. So, as and when there is an opportunity, we give and we try to give as many as calls we can, and we will be continue to do that. So our motivation or our momentum of giving recommendation is always there, is always high. Any which ways, again, we'll take care of the same. Vivek Karwa, Aurangabad, has 32,000 Bank Nifty, is put of 32,000 Bank Nifty or 12,000 Nifty good at the current level is what is the query, but then expiry is already over, so would not like to address the same. Chandrasekhar Nagpur, general criteria to exit from stock. See, I would say the general criteria depends on the time frame you're looking at. The general criteria is Dow theory. If there is low top low bottom formation, and whichever time frame you're looking at, if that is happening, stay away from the stock. If you have bought a stock which was forming high top high bottom, previous low gets broken, and in the time frame which you are looking at, if the previous low gets broken, exit. Do not wait. And that's the general principle. And second would be discipline. You have to have that kind of a discipline to act accordingly. If you do not have that discipline, you cannot trade, you cannot invest. So in any work, discipline is required. So is required in markets. Manish Sharma from Nagpur. NIT Tech overall trend is positive. It has a buyback announced as well at around 1750 to 1725. So yes, I think short-term target comes to 1640. Support is at 1578, and after 1550, it can inch to 1725 as well. It has announced a buyback on the same. Jitendra Sethia, a very own Jitendra Sethia from Nagpur. Jiten bhai, L&T is what your query is, whether it can be bought at current levels or not. But I would say that L&T has been falling, forming low tops and low bottom. Would not like to recommend right now. NV Jagdish from Tanuku. What about Shanti Gear? Low top, low bottom formation is what we are witnessing on Shanti Gear, and every attempt to bounce back is getting sold into. So I would say that we can see a decline towards 90 on immediate basis. The resistance is at 103. The next query is from Yogesh Kumar Yarne from Chandrapur. Having losses in Smart Basket, please suggest what to do. I'm sorry, Smart Basket is not the thing which we are addressing right now. But then yes, Smart Basket has been quite popular, and for that you can go back to, I would say, the investment advisory team to solve your queries. I'm sure they would be definitely helping you out to solve your queries. Anything related to Smart Basket goes to investment advisory department. So I hope that I've addressed most of the queries. Now what I would like to do is I would like to solve the live queries which you have got. ITC, will it go up? ITC overall trend is down, so I doubt that it will go up. Asian Paints and Jindal Steel, hold or sell? I think you should hold both because both are in an upward momentum. Next query which we have is on Berger Paints. it looks good. You can continue holding that for target of 540. Yeah, thank you so much. It was really good to have the FB live session, and now the wait is over for the secret Santa gift from us. Right. So we will give you secret Santa gift right away. And if at all we have further queries, then we will also address that. Okay, there is someone's I would say idea to first address the furthermore queries. Then after give secret Santa gift. So the wait is still on for secret Santa gift, friends. We would first again like to address the uh, further queries which you have received, and I would like to address those queries now, so that if anyone who is right now on FB Live has a similar kind of query, will also be getting resolved. So we have a query from Abhishek Pal from Calcutta, and has a query on Asian Pen and Jindal Steel, which I have already cleared. That one can continue to hold on to those stocks. The next query I would say is from Manchar city, from Mr. Abhijit Gugale, has a query. What about Suzlon? Suzlon, I would say, is a stock same like DRFL, idea, trading in single digit, and that too at a very lower side, 2, 3, 1 rupee. I don't know. I have stopped tracking also Suzlon on charts, I would honestly say, because now it has reached to those levels wherein no one can really judge technically or fundamentally what is going to happen to Suzlon. It would be anyone's guess now if some miracle happens to Suzlon. So avoid this kind of stocks, friends. Get into better quality names. We recommend better quality names. Why to take risk? Whatever money you actually put in these stocks, it's all your hard-earned money. So why take these kind of huge risks wherein the clarity is very less? I would again and again tell everyone that get into better quality names, trade on them, invest in them. It will always, maximum of the time, it will provide you good returns. Next query is from Harshal Aurangabad. Jain irrigation share price is not improving. Okay, so I would say that, see, as far as Jain irrigation is concerned, Harshal, I would like to say that, see, overall the trend has been quite negative. In fact, it broke its head and shoulders pattern that was formed on the monthly charts as well, and thereafter Jain irrigation continuously formed lower tops and lower bottom. And now, if you ask me, Jain irrigation, this similar kind of stocks, Jain irrigation is not at all improving, and it's still consolidating, I would say, and forming those kind of low tops and low bottom. It too has reached to almost 8 rupees from where. So I would say the head and shoulders are broken as 48, 47 rupees, and now it has reached to 8 rupees. I would say that now maximum what you can do is hold on. That is the max you can do with this 3, 4, 5 rupees. Okay, stocks. Next query which we have is from Mr. Prem Lal Shrestha. Okay, and that query is from Digboy. Supreme Tax, why is trading being discontinued? We'll get back to you on that because we need to check. Shankar God has a query from city of Kalburagi, and has a query that please add book value in holding statement. Again, the same query. We'll definitely do that. If you have been doing that, you continue to do so. We don't mind. Sanjay from Mumbai. Tata Elxsi cost 872 Adani Ports. Kindly suggest. Tata Elxsi is a very good stock. You can continue to hold on to that stock. See, Tata Elxsi, after it had witnessed that kind of selling pressure from the one of the, I would say, mutual fund or one of the fund houses. 2-3 quarters back when the results were posted, that time it did see a huge dip, but the recovery recently has been phenomenal, I would say, in Tata Elxsi. And the kind of recovery which we have seen in Tata Elxsi recently, clearly indicates that the probability of this stock having bottomed out is quite high. And overall, IT sector, in fact, has provided a very nice breakout. In fact, Nifty IT looks to be inching towards 17,000 plus levels going forward. So continue holding Tata Elxsi, it can go 1,000 plus levels as well. As far as Adani Ports are concerned, see, Adani Ports overall has been consolidating in a very near term, but is trading below its 200 DM, I would say. So until unless it moves beyond those levels 385, I would say Adani Ports will continue to trade with a negative bias, can slide till the levels of 337 as well. So only buy Adani Ports about 325. Next query is from Chandini from Amethi. Uh, Please tell me about UPL. Is it the right time to buy? UPL is a nice stock, and now if you're considering that whether that stock is for short term or medium term, right? So I would consider that your query is for long term. first of all. So for the long term, UPL is a nice stock, but for the short term, as of now, the trend is negative. Long term, if you're buying, you can buy now, buy on dips as well. But for the short term, do not buy it until unless it closes above 605 levels. That is a 200 DMA resistance. Till then, avoid in short term. Sagar Pujari from Pune has a query on Dhampur sugar. Do I accumulate Dhampur sugar? Do not. There is no trend, or I would say positive trend right now in any of the sugar stocks. So avoid sugar stock as of now. Sugar stocks, whenever there is a trend, you buy, sell in 5, 6, 7 months, and then the story is over. That is how the sugar stocks generally behaves. Generally, not always. Sachin Solanki from Kolhapur has a query on IDFC First Bank. Will it be HDFC Bank? The name is perfect. IDFC First Bank. First, let it be bank. First of all, overall, it is success in bank. It has just started its banking operations. So I think you really need to give that kind of a time to IDFC First Bank so that it becomes HDFC Bank, because HDFC Bank is India's number one private sector bank, I would say, right? So to scale to those heights is like as of now seems difficult, because HDFC Bank already has that much of presence. So to reach out or to reach to the level of HDFC Bank or by any such bank which has just started its operations, I would say is a huge and big dream. But hopefully, if that happens, then it will be good only for our economy, everyone. But if your query is that, then will it happen? I would say probability is as of now looking less, right? Um, Now, the query from Mr. Solanki is that what about the battery stocks? What about the auto ancillary stocks? What about because of electric vehicle segment? I would say that auto ancillary stocks, battery stocks for the long term are looking good. See, overall, auto as a sector is contributing a lot to the GDP. So, without the contribution of auto overall as a sector for the GDP, Indian GDP to rise is really difficult. So, auto has to participate or auto has to contribute in order to for India's growth. So, it will do so. So, but then it's just that it's going through a rough patch right now. It happens in each and every sector. Okay, every sector has its own business cycle, so that happens, but it will recover soon. So definitely, I'm bullish for the long term. Rajendra Singh from Jaipur. What's the future of Reliance Industries and Castrol? Castrol is a good stock for the long term, and Reliance is also a good stock for the long term. Continue holding these to this stock. Mr. Sundar from Burdwan. And I've not heard of the city first, but then Reliance target price. Reliance in the short term has in fact reversed its trend from up to down. So I would say that for the short term, it's likely to slide. But you can add this stock, on any major decline you get, because for the long term, it's really looking good. Then we have a stock. We have a query from Premraj Shrestha, which you already addressed to. Then we have from Mr. Anil Dixit from Delhi on Titan. Titan seems to have reversed the trend as of now, I would say in the short to medium term. So avoid this stock. And the final query is from Sriram Singhi. Okay, and the query is fundamentally how is Dish TV? Not good. Okay, we have one more query that is from Adit Mangalore, and that is on Zero Dot. How is Zero Dot trading? Zero Dot trading is not as good as Ananda trading. I would like to differentiate. Very, very fantastic question, in fact, I would say. And would like to have these questions going forward as well. It's good to have this kind of question. What is the difference between zero trading and Ananda trading? Is that you get these kind of, you are having this interaction FB Live, you're having this kind of thing, right, on Ananda platform. Do you have it as zero trading platform? No. Do you have technicals and derivative recommendations? No. Do you have fundamental recommendation? No. Do you have investment advisory? No. Do you have mutual fund advisory? No. Do you have personalized service? No. All you get at Ananda trading and not zero trading. Hence, I would like to say that what you should do is you should shift from zero trading to Ananda trading and get the benefit of all of these products, right, at zero cost. Right, we do not charge anything for research, right? Either it is fundamentally, technically, or derivatives, but or either it is for Facebook Live. Nothing we charge, but we like to have this kind of connect with all of our clients so that we can give maximum benefit to them. That has always been our motto, and that always been an objective, and we'll stick to it going forward as well. So you can open an account whichever nearby branch or sub broker you of Anonati is. And in case in future as well, once you open an account, you have any query, you can always get back to us, Adit, right? So that's all from all the queries. Now the time is over, and we are coming out with Secret Santa gift, right? The two stocks which I am recommending are, the first one is VIP Industries, and second one is Consign Aeroline. Now, VIP Industries, the reason which why I have chosen this stock is that this stock seems to have completed its wave 4 consolidation on longer term chart, and wave 5 on the upside is pending. I like this kind of chart patterns wherein the see, generally there are three legs up in the long term and two legs down. Okay, so I generally like those stocks which seems to have completed its the downtrend and it's just starting its uptrend, but you require some confirmation out of it. So VIP Industries has already provided a breakout from a falling channel. It seems to have completed a wave 4, and from current levels it is likely to inch towards the higher levels and move up in wave 5. So the target in the VIP Industries on the upside comes to 660. One can buy this definitely. And on the lower side, I would say, as far as VIP Industries is concerned, the support is very much nearby. The support is packed at around 440. So I would say one can buy VIP Industries at current levels because the risk reward is absolutely in favor of the bulls. And why I like VIP, Consign Aerolec. The reason that I like Consign Aerolec is that Consign Aerolec 2 has a very fantastic breakout from a downward sloping channel. As I've been looking in the charts while I'm talking to you right now, that the stock seems to have completed a wave for consolidation, and wave for up here as well is pending. In anticipation of wave 5 in Consign Aerolec, we can see the target of almost 660. One can buy this with a stop loss of 440. So friends, just a small correction. As far as VIP Industries is concerned, the target for VIP Industries is 640. One can buy this with a stop loss of 330. One can buy Consign Aerolec for a target of 660 with a stop loss of 440. Right, friends? So these are the two stocks from my side as far as 2020 is concerned. Again, VIP Industries and Consign Aerolec both are good fundamentally as well as technically. Again, I would like to say that we have one more query from Mr. Mukesh Verma. He's from Mumbai. Want to know about JSW Steel and BSC Limited. BSC Limited is one stock which I don't like right now. Overall trend is not that good. JSW Steel, as far as metals are concerned, I would say metals has been forming high tops, high bottom, and they have been going up. The trend overall in metals is good. In fact, we also like Hindalco. So I think JSW Steel, the way it has moved above its 200 DMA, right now 257 is the support till it continues to hold 257. The probability of this stock inching towards 297 is quite high in the short term. Right, 297 is the target, 257 is the stop loss. VIP Industries and Consign Aerolec, friends. That's the secret Santa gift from my side. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to hand it over to Nilesh to give you further secret Santa gifts. But yes, I would like to say one more thing before I hand it over to Nilesh is that do continue to send your queries, do continue to participate in FB Live, and we'll be continuously providing you this kind of supports. And if we continuously get this kind of positive reply or response from your side, then the frequency with which we will come out with FB Live sessions will definitely increase. Rather than having every fortnightly, we would be having every week, and thereafter maybe every alternate day. So yes, the more participation we get on FB Live, the more sessions we will have. That's all from my side. I hand it over to Nilesh for further stock recommendation and further Santa secret gifts from Nilesh Jain. Thank you, friends.
Hi, good evening, friends. So, the secret Santa gift that I have is a counter that has been under outperformance that we have seen in the Nifty, and it has never participated in the downside rally. In fact, it is making high top and high bottom. The counter is Pidilite Industries Limited, and the overall sector, the paint sector, has been in outperformance. Is making high top and bottom on the daily time frame, and as well as it is making high top high bottom in weekly time frame as well. If you look at the overall structure for Pidilite Industries, it is trading in the rising channel, and as of now, it is trading at a lower end of the band of the rising channel. So support is packed at 1270. We are expecting this up move to continue towards the levels of 1550 to 1600 going forward. For the year 2020, our target is tagged somewhere close to 1600 to 1700. So every dip can be utilized as a buying opportunity till the levels on the downside of 1270 is not broken. One should remain long in this particular counter, and we are expecting the momentum to continue 2020. So that's the gift for the 2020 from my end. I'll now hand over to Aishi Bagri for her gift of Secret Santa for 2020.
Hi, so gift from my side is Deepak Nitrate. It is buy on every decline kind of stock. Overall, the trend is positive and was tightly gripped by bulls even in the selling pressure when selling pressure was seen in the market overall. The upside target for the same is 500 and stop loss is around 325. We also have a value pick on the same. Thus, Deepak Nitrate is stock from my side. Now, thank you for joining FB Live. Keep posting and we'll continue the FB Live session. We'll increase the frequency as Jessa said. It may turn to weekly from fortnightly. So that's it. Thank you.